$40. Nobody would have thought you can get a pressure cooker like this,
I know,
right, Carrie?
that's right. To have all the same functions as you would in a 6-quart, 8-quart, or anything else. Because again, you're getting 8 different functions that you can do with this. One of which is I pre-browned my meat with my spices. So this is how you make the queso fundido. So in the spices, it's kind of like a Mexican spice. So if you get like a spice packet like that, that's really what you're looking for with your meat. So like a taco spicy.
Yes.
I make those by myself. They're super easy if you look them up. Then we're just gonna, so that would be the browning feature on here. So all I would do is close the lid and put on, I could leave it open and just cook it just like I would on a stovetop. Then you're gonna put your salsa in. Then you're going to put some cream.
Yep.
So about, I think this is about a cup of cream almost.
Yep.
All right, so there's your liquid. Remember, the whole trick and secret with this is about liquid. And now we're gonna put a load of cheese.
All the more cheese, the better.
That's what this is all about. So now when you're filling this, any pressure cooker that you have, you wanna fill it to, there's a max fill line in here.
Yes.
So we're gonna go to our max fill line and then we're gonna leave it, okay? So always make sure that you're looking for that line. If you fill it up too high, it doesn't leave room for the pressure. Okay. Okay, so that's what we wanna avoid. So then you're just gonna close it and you kind of almost, when you close it, you feel it kind of suction, right? Because there's a lid and there's a lining in the lid there, a little that actually needs to be pressed on. When you turn it just like this, it is in locked position. Again, we're going to go to the front. If I could see it. I know, it's hard when you're backwards. Okay, and then we're gonna go on this one. I'm gonna go to high pressure, which I think I'm at right now. Let me see, am I at my high pressure?
And folks, the nice thing is with this, it's so easy with only a few buttons, you know what I mean?
There we go. We're at high pressure. I'm gonna put on my minutes for 5 minutes. Did I get it? Okay. Let's see. 6 minutes, fine. Start. Okay.
We'll do it.
5, 6 minutes. We're good to go. That's how long queso fundido takes. So you're literally in 5 minutes, so it's going to come to pressure, which takes a few minutes. Yeah. Then it's going to cook for 5 minutes. Yeah. Now you have 2 choices when you're done. So we always want to make sure again, this is turned to pressure. Yeah. When we're done, we can choose to release this quickly, a quick release, or we can choose to let it naturally come down, which usually takes about 15 minutes. Something like this, we would probably want a quick release because we don't want it to keep cooking.
Yes, and we're hungry.
And we're exactly. Your meats, beans, things like that, you want them to naturally release because you want them to keep cooking. Meats especially are so fantastic with pressure cooking.
The ultimate tenderizer, that's what it is.
Because you don't have to pay a lot of money for expensive meats. It's gonna do the trick of actually getting into the fibers and the fats and the meats for you. So that's what's really exciting about that. So when I take this guy off, I wanna make sure I go all the way to the side so this heads up here.
And by the way, this is the rose gold. Rose gold all the way, folks. Less now than 900 if you want rose gold. It will be an early sellout on our exclusive rose gold. What have you done here?
Okay, so now, wait for it. And I'm using our little accessories here to take this off because the pan is a little hot at first. Okay. We just baked a cake in the 2-quart, and look how beautiful it is. Now this is, you can do a cake box mix, you can do your own favorite, cake mix. Sure. This is from the recipe book over here.
Yes, yes, yes.
So now, to make a cake like this, all we did was place the batter inside. I'm gonna put the berries right on top, just like this. A couple took a run for the money. We're gonna put them back, okay? And then I'm just gonna do my chocolate sauce.
Oh, come on.
And because if I let it cool, I would so totally put some beautiful whipped cream on here. But because it's a little hot, we're just gonna stick with this. But imagine how easy was that? Just to flip it over, place it, make it beautiful. I could put a little powdered sugar on there maybe even.
And you know what's really wonderful? Because Patricia on our Facebook Live, hi Patricia, we see you there. Patricia just made a really great point. She says, definitely ordering this to complement my larger ones. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that, because listen, here's the thing. Maybe you have a 6 or an 8-quart. But the thing is, it's large.
Yes, it's large.
We were talking about that earlier. Big. A friend of mine said, I love my 8-quart pressure cooker. It doesn't fit in my cabinet. So she had to actually, she bought an origami cart to put it on so it has its own place to live. She says, but because we were talking about this one, and she goes, I would love one that was like it could fit in my cabinets. Sure. But the other thing about this is it's such a small footprint, you might just want to keep it on your countertop.
Because you can.
It's day in and day out using it, but also this can be a nice complement to your bigger pressure cooker as side dishes. So for like Thanksgiving and things like that, if you want to do like a big chicken or a big something in your big one and do your side dishes in here.
Ideal.
Ideal. And again, for serving, it becomes a really nice situation, so you just have them setting there and people can help themselves.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go over the colors in a few moments. We'll just go through this last pressure cooker. Oh boy, is this the ribs?
This is the one we had to do, of course. So now talking about meats and talking about how amazing pressure cookers are for this kind of thing, how often do you make ribs without a pressure cooker?
Exactly.
It's a tough job. It takes a long time. You really want to babysit them. You want to make sure they're perfect. To get them to be full of... When I used to make ribs, I would always... Oh, look, this is just falling apart on me. I couldn't even get them out of there. Oh, yes. Look at this. Look what just happened. That's amazing. It all fell apart. There's all the pieces for you. I would always get chewy ribs because I would rush it. I wouldn't let them marinate long enough. I wouldn't let them sit on, because I'm like watching them. So these ribs were done in 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
This is a full rack of ribs that I have here. So look at again, look how the pieces are. You don't have to worry about, oh, it's just falling apart. What type of meats you're buying.
Yummy.
No matter what they are, no matter where they come from, again, what pressure cookers do amazingly is they take the fibers, the fats and the fibers in the meats, and it actually infuses flavor into them. So these meats, if you tried to cook ribs in 45 minutes to have that much flavor, it's impossible. Being able to do it this way, it saves you time in the kitchen, but it's, it's also about 66% of the time, and it's giving you flavor unlike anything else.
It's sealing the flavor inside. Nothing else is escaping, right? These cooking times, you can see them out front, are phenomenal. Those ribs, 45 minutes, you kidding me? That's restaurant quality right there.
Delicious.
Oh my goodness.
So, and with the browning feature, you can brown a little bit at the beginning too. So whether it's a brisket, whether it's chicken, whether it's, whatever it is that you're putting in there, you can brown a little bit first to create a little of that braising kind of like on the outside, and then let it pressure cook. So that's a nice feature to have. I also want to point this out really quick, because of course corn goes with ribs, but this is our steamer basket that you can also get. This just fits and sits right inside. It's super easy, and you can do like corn. This is 3 ears of corn on the cob.
Yeah, and folks, I want to tell you, because the price